We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First carry for Darius Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, this is Geis. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. 60 or 53. No game on this defense. No game. Down.
They'll run on first down. It's Bass looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Throwing on second down, McSorley. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Troy Apke, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Play action. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Trey Quinn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play that time for the Raiders. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 1st down, Bass. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to come?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is McSorley. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's McSorley. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And the Raiders have got him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Go! Turn too soft. Let's go, D. Fight.
They'll run on first down. It's Bass, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here we go. At their own 13-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that
through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 87 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Dustin Hopkins set
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation. They find it.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 24. Check 24.
Here's McSorley now, third and long. Caught by Nelson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's Haskins to throw. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action now with McSorley. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Off of play action, it's McSorley. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
McSorley sets to pass. Lets it go for Nelson. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Haskins, he's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And got his man, complete. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Haskins trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and 4.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, baby. Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. McSorley, and an alley to run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's McSorley to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's go get it.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On first down, Bass. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now McSorley. Now he's flushed out left. Over the middle, complete. That's Moody. A gain there of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready up. Mike 55, Mike 55. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to
And they take a knee.
Haskins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 30-yard line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Haskins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to...